Why does Dodge feel the need to put battery in places that's hard to get to? This is going to be fun. Well, we're back today on the Intrepid. I'm going to replace the battery today because it's crap. Jump started it when I first got it here within like the first 2 days and ran like absolute, it just ran off. It was chugging, it was sputtering, battery light came on. As soon as you turn the key off, completely flat. Try to turn the key, it is completely dead. So today we're going to find out if it's the battery or the alternator or both. I would have done the spark plugs in this same video, but you're gonna have to see that in the future. It'll be clipped into this video. But because, you know, the Postal Service, they were supposed to be here yesterday. Well, they'll be here tomorrow. My life is very busy. So we'll see when we get around to that. But for now, let's get this battery box out and let's try the battery first. Change the battery first. And then we'll hear it run. And we'll see how bad the alternator is and see how bad that misfire is, because I do know it does have a misfire, so we'll determine pretty quickly if it's just spark plugs or if maybe it's a coil pack. But regardless, probably needs both. 102,000 miles, I'm sorry, 105-ish. Oil looks great on this. It had a oil change not too long ago, so I guess we'll start off with a battery and spark plugs. See where that leads us. Just like typical Dodge fashion, we inconvenience everybody by placing the battery in places that isn't very easy to get to. I have several experiences with such things, such as a Chrysler 200, which we once owned, and the Dodge Journey, which we currently own, that I've had to do battery on twice. Not my favorite, and I cussed the entire time. Why? Because why do we put battery in places we can't get to? That's why. In order to get the battery out, you have to remove air box, part of it at least, and then remove the air box. I mean, it's relatively simple. I mean, it could be worse. Could be doing the journey all over again. So I guess there's that. I guess we'll also see how bad the air filter is in this. I guess get one of those next. Probably wouldn't hurt. But Walmart did the oil change last, so how bad could it be? Walmart's pretty good at changing oil and doing automotive repairs, so could be that bad. And apparently, after you get the two hose clamps loose, you just give it an old little tug. A tug. Ow, it bit me. That was fun. My finger got caught in the opening. Great. No bees. That's a plus. Airbox is clean from this side. We'll open it up here in a little bit and really find out. Ow! I broke a nail. Well, now that that's out. Huh. Splash guard isn't really held on by much currently, so that might make it somewhat easier to get the battery out. Battery terminals look brand new, actually. That's a plus. AC on this thing is amazing to fix. Oh, look. Mice have been here. I haven't chewed on anything. But they left some remnants. Down there is where the battery's at, in case you're wondering. The battery's actually relatively... okay, it's 2025. It's not that new. It's a 21. That's what I was looking at earlier. This isn't really attached anymore. So, get that battery pulled out here and see if this thing will fire up. 14? 12? Wow. Take your guesses now. Will it be the 13? It's the 13. Ground's disconnected, so it won't zappy zap us. Because, you know, the positive is in such a great location. At least it ain't underneath the headlight. It could be worse, I guess. Positive is at least in an area that's somewhat further away from the metal. Unlike a Dodge Charger where it's like 2 inches from the terminal, or the body of the vehicle. got to remove the battery strap. That one's barely attached. Okay, it wasn't attached at all. That's great. Oh, that's why. The little tab that kind of swings over for the bolt to slide into. I don't know what they call them. I usually call them Jesus clips. Oh, okay. As you can tell, this car is also quite low, and I'm 6'4". So, being 6'4" with a low car, that's always fun, right? Got my 10 back. It tried to keep it. Usual car fashion, the cars like to try and keep tools that don't belong to them. Brackets out. Okay. Lay bracket. Okay, so then you're supposed to just push the fender liner in, but it's already self-adjusting currently since it's barely attached. So we just tilt the battery, which you know is great for batteries. After removing the positive cable. Just kind of, oh, that ground's barely attached. That could have some problems with it. Oh yeah, that ground wasn't attached at all. That was just hanging around. Ever start, more like never start. So, now the battery's out. We attach the ground first and then slide the battery back in. What is that? I don't know. Alright, so grab lay battery. That positive cable is in a really bad spot. Really bad. Slide that out of the way. Set the battery in. This is a challenge, people. Definitely not easy. Set that on there like so. Take number 13 here and tighten that back up. That's the wrong way. I need a wrench. Positive terminal's not in the best shape. Sorry, negative. So I guess we're going to change this while we're at it, because this was not cooperating, because as I was trying to tighten it, it's just spinning, and it's so corroded that I put WD-40 on it, and it just won't free up. Plus, that doesn't look the best, so positive looks pretty decent. We'll leave positive alone. That's a new terminal anyway. We'll leave that one alone. So we're going to go steal the ground terminal off the blue truck. Gronk, if you're watching this, I owe you a ground terminal. So, truck hasn't moved in a while, and Gronk still hasn't bought the computer for it. So, it's just been sitting here. Brand new terminals on it. So we're going to borrow this one. Let's get us a new ground terminal put on here. That way, you know, it's so hard to get to anyway. Might as well just go ahead and replace it. Save me the headache in the long run. This thing is a little rough. One less thing to worry about. You know what? Oh, come on. I mean, it was already kind of rough anyway, so just do that. Just get rid of that there. Get some fresh wire here. ensure we have a nice solid ground of that battery. That'd be the smart thing to do while we're here. After all, this is somewhat of a restoration project, so a new terminal, we can cross that off the list even though it wasn't already on it. Is it called a terminal? What is this called? Is it called a terminal? Am I calling it the wrong thing? I'm sure someone will tell me. Not the best. All the terminology. Come on. Beautiful. Let me try different size. There we go. New ground terminal. Check. Prepare my ratchet for the changing what was that? A rock. That's what that was. Okay. Positive is kind of just in the way. Oh my god. Not an ideal angle. That's not going anywhere, I hope, except down in its hole. Whew. Well, that's broke. Just smash that splash guard right out of the way. It's okay, it's fine, it's fine. Everything's fine. Positive. Fully attached. I already said about the battery terminal being in a bad spot. Yeah, if the ground was hooked up, I just would have arced right along the fender there. That'd be fun. Oh, would have done it again. And again. Beautiful. Okay. Fender line. Oh, that's what it's caught. It grabbed the fender liner, caught the little plastic slip handle deal, and ripped the whole thing out of the way. Yeah, we'll put the bracket on. Thought about just waiting, just to make sure it runs and starts, but it's okay. We'll be fine. Realign that Jesus clip back into its home. It's home. Get some WD-40 on that. Probably put anti-seize on it, because one is a threaded hole into the body. Should. Doesn't mean I'm gonna. Get in your home. Okay. Battery is secured. Positive's tight, ground is tight, battery clamp is on. I'm not going to do ground yet. I'm going to put the air box back in. Make sure it doesn't touch anywhere it's not supposed to. Okay. Let's check that air filter real quick. A little better time to check it while it's out of the car, right? That's what you do to change your filter. Oh, good lord. Let's I'll put that on the list. Yeah. It's filtering at the moment. I'll just stick that back in there. I'm going to buy a new one. Everybody calm down. Just let's get it running today. And then when I do spark plugs, we'll do a filter as well. Let's get the air filter. Oh. Oh, I broke it. Cool. That's cool. Just a mounting tab, it's fine. Everything's fine. Yeah, that's broke. Oops. It's from 2004. Okay, 2003. 2003. Keep saying 4, I need to get you over that part. Go back to saying 3, James. Alright. Oh. I will lose something literally that I had 5 seconds ago, as you just saw. Contact. I'll do it all the time. Just literally will have it right in my hands. I will set it down. My mind will be elsewhere. And I misplace it. Anybody else do that? Just me? Well, let's get the right size. Third time charm. 15 in case you're wondering. Alright. Battery is in. I'm gonna go grab the key. I'll be right back. They even got the factory fob. Who's that? I hear locks. No horn when it locks. Okay, let's see what happens. No bees. Mud daubers love this thing. It's alive. Definitely stumbling a little bit. A little bit of a misfire. No battery light. That's a good one. That one is not. Also a good one. Another good one. Another good one. And another good one. So we just have one misfire. We're going to do them all anyway. When do the AC work? I'm pretty sure the AC is working. Not just spinning. The freaking AC works. That is awesome. That is so awesome. I'm excited for that. That's one less thing I have to worry about. AC works. Sweet. Can't go too far. Just gonna go just around the yard here. But she moves. Brakes be braking. Well, stopping, not actually braking. Not brake braking. You know what I mean. This is a good first step. I guess it's time to wash it. Guess we'll get that done here in a couple, maybe today. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But we're moving. Drive works, reverse works. Transmission's doing great. Hell yeah. Wasn't able to show you before, now I can show you the miles. 102,819. Got an oil change in 21. That's probably when they put the battery in. 9/10 of 21. Or, oh, well, yeah. The date of when it should have been changed and when it should have been changed next. So they made it to its next oil change. The oil is clean. I do know that. So, that's good. And what it couldn't do before, fires up great. And then it stumbles because, you know, misfire. I looked. Nothing's leaking underneath. Bone dry, actually. It's been sitting here for a while and it hasn't leaked anything. Oil's still fresh. I guess we need to check to make sure it's got coolant. Oh, it's definitely low on coolant. So we gotta put some coolant in it. That's no big deal. So air filter, coolant, battery's done. Need to get our spark plugs. This is going pretty well. Put some fuel in it and get it cleaned up. Maybe we'll take it on the road here soon. I'll get some insurance put on it. We'll take this thing out. Just got this plate, well, this plate made from a buddy of mine who does metal fabricating. Went to northern Indiana to pull a console out of an Intrepid that was up there. See, it mounts right about there. Just like that other one I pulled the parts from, the seat bolt had the same issue. So I needed the other bracket, right? So I did this one with my buddy, and all I told him was mirror it. He did the threaded sleeves and everything. Like I told him, he didn't have to do that, but he did. This will mount right there to the seat bolt when I fix the rust, because it definitely won't hold it now. So that's pretty neat. Unless somebody at Gamber Johnson can reach out, because maybe they still have some laying around. I doubt it. I can't find anything on this car when it comes to console stuff and all that miscellaneous stuff. Can't find it. Hard to find. So, I guess what's next is cleaning this car. Get it all cleaned up. Get a nice power wash video done. Get the spark plugs changed. So I guess I will see you in the future when the spark plugs are here. I'll see you in a few. Finally got her back, and she looks good from about this far-ish, or down the block. This paint is awful. I thought it was bad on the Crown Vic. This is far worse. That's okay. Plan on repainting it anyway. If somebody looks up 6-0 from Down Under on TikTok, see if he wants to paint it. Be an interesting challenge. See if he's up for it. He knows who I am. So you gotta go on TikTok and tell him to go look at the part 2 of the Dodge Intrepid restoration. Trust me, he'll know who I am. Next is spark plugs. Absolutely horrible. Like, that's all in the paint. Alright. See you in a little bit when I get the spark plugs. Good evening. It is now part 2, or day 2, of some basic maintenance on the Intrepid. I did the battery swap yesterday, cleaned it yesterday, and now we're gonna get the spark plugs done, because they finally came in. And let's hope that, let's cross our fingers that fixes our stumbling. That'd be a great victory, considering today I found out that the air conditioning in my car doesn't work in my Explorer. So now I gotta look at paying to get that fixed. So that's great. I'm tired of not having AC, and that seems to be a common issue with me in cars, so that's fun. So let's get some of these spark plugs out and see how they look. Oh, doesn't look too terrible. You tell me. Looks bad to me. Definitely bad considering like half the electrode's gone. So that should fix the problems. That should fix that stumbling. Make things run a lot smoother. Be one good victory for the day. And then hopefully the next victory of the day will be getting some good sleep tonight. We'll see. I'm going to venture to say I'm going to see a noticeable difference in how this runs. That's pretty freaking rough. Whoop. Alright, start it up and see. Cross our fingers and smooths the car out. Hey, gotta watch out for them wasps. Stumbly. I wonder if it's bad yet. Put some premium in it yesterday. Or maybe it's a vacuum leak. We do have a code for a bank to sensor 1. So could that be one of the stumbly issues? It's definitely better than it was. But it still just feels a little off. Let me know what you think. Well, I'm going to venture to say that part of our stumbly issue is the alternator. If I had to put a load on it, not quite 14, so I'd say we need to get an alternator. Time for the pull-apart run. Guess we'll do that in the next episode. Yeah, I'm not liking that. I drove it earlier. Went to make a right turn rather quickly, and I think that power steering might have been too much of a strain on it and killed it. So, yep, looks like we need an alternator. Okay, I guess that's next. Doesn't look like it's in the best shape, so we can do that. That's no big deal. Well, that wraps up part 2. We finally got the car washed, the battery's been replaced, got new spark plugs, we saw those were trashed. Still need to get the air filter, I forgot to get the air filter. So what do you want to see next? Do we start messing with some lights? Can't do a whole lot because I can't put a console in yet. I can start playing with some stuff, maybe install a few things, or go straight to rust repair. Maybe I should get a mic next. Anyway, rust repair or lights. You tell me. I'll see you in part 3.